Biafra, Rokoborea, Makokaria, Mano, Mafi Bonacho, Biafra, Rokoborea, Karia, Mano, Mafi Bonacho, Biafra, Rokoborea, Makokaria, Mano, Mafi Bonacho, Biafra, Rokoborea, Karia, Mano. Dinta Jaravia, Nkane Bugabaya. Wemanadica, Dinta Jaravia, Nkane Bugabaya. Ogano Chure, also coach, but no baggage in no. Ogago Chure, also coach, but no baggage in no.
Justin, Nzama. Ututoma. Yes, you are the first to comment. Ututoma.
Brother Masikwala,
Ethiopia. Adidika. Delish, one day. Our Lady of Mount Chuku Kadibia. Oh my God. Delish. This December, package the dark kitchen food. Post that come for me for Christmas. I want test your food this Christmas. I greet you, Delish. That's your kitchen food. I want test that this Christmas. Love you, Delish. Thank you. Adidika, thank you. There's the living news. Mark Martins Delish, Mandem. Kingsley Aji. That my own Kingsley. That my Kingsley in Asia. Is that you? Ekpa. Okay, we have a deal, Delish. Thank you. Bless you. You are my Thank you. Let me pause it a minute. Just let me pause it for a minute. Thank you for joining me this morning. Ututoma Muchineke. Ututoma. We give glory to Chukwu Kikabiama for counting us among the living. And I titled this morning, and something actually triggered it. When it comes to the release and the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, when it comes to Ohamadike, our supreme leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, our Prime Minister, Mazin Ekpa, unlike others who are playing games, he doesn't joke with it. He doesn't joke with it. Because our Prime Minister has seen all the games they are playing with Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. And the life of our supreme leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, and his freedom is so important to our Prime Minister. Do you know that our Prime Minister, for the past over 2 years now, have not slept like me and you do sleep? That is, sleep normal and be happy. Like some of you, you just go to bed and you sleep. You know, Agwara. And Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is in the dungeon. Our Prime Minister have refused to live the normal life he's used to. Our Prime Minister have taken so many abuses and insults. They called him names. They caricature him. They put him on different tabloids. Sometimes he will just wake up one morning and see maybe one of his beautiful pictures. They will put horn on it. Sometimes they will put teeth on it. Sometimes they will cancel his picture. Sometimes they will bring his son, bring his wife, bring his father. Just make different caricature of him. You know why they are doing it? They want him to forget Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. But because our Prime Minister had a close encounter with Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, our Prime Minister made a total 360-degree turnaround. And he backed Nigeria. That is, he turned his back on Nigeria after his divine encounter with Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. And since that day, he never looked back. That is what we call a divine encounter. And he saw Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. He saw the true righteousness in him, the true desire in him to free his people. And him, our Prime Minister, haven't made a vow and a promise to our leader. He said, the last thing I will do is to go against my vow. I would rather be lowered down the grave than to go against my promise to you. The day he was telling him, Mazi, if you are looking for 100 men, I am 50. Be rest assured. If you are still doubting it, follow the sequence of events up to today. The people that kidnapped Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, with the collaboration of all these sewage rats and the Nzama people that were around Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, they did it. They closed the book. They closed everything. They had a master plan to make sure that even at this stage, nobody should be remembering Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. So the thing shocked them to their bone marrow that up to today, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is still the center of the storm in Biafra land. He is still the question that needs to be solved about Biafra. He is still the man at the helm. If it were not Mazin Simon Ekpa, nobody will talk about Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. That is why till tomorrow, you see, every now and then, when they are talking about their courts, charade, after the next day, they will say they change lawyer. They bring this lawyer. They bring another lawyer. Then the two lawyers are now fighting. This one will fight. That one will fight. How many of you remember Bruce Fain? Do you remember Bruce Fain? Do you ask yourself, where is Bruce Fain? Madam Bridget, Madam Oyibo, Nelly Ofebu, where are these people? You remember how they used to say, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, our leader. Fake, all of them fake. Criminals. But Chukwuoki Biama, who knew that what Mazin Nnamdi Kanu was fighting is divine, had to leave himself a remnant, a seed that will stand against every storm. All the wind and all the tornadoes, all the earthquakes have taken place. Yet, Mazi Simon Ekpa is standing. He's not joking with it. That's why till tomorrow, you will keep seeing, sit at home, Biafra land, for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. For the release of who? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And then he made, you know why I refuse to delete this particular post from my prime minister. You watch me each time I keep going back to it and I keep referring to it. This is, when you read in between the lines, you see the word coming out from somebody who has already taken the hair from his head and chewed it and said, the last thing I will renegade on, the last thing I will give up is the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is number one in every of these things I'm doing. Remember when he told them that the only man that will come out and talk to me and I will listen is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's why they keep planning all sorts of things, including bringing letter, including sending people to go there and come out. And they say, he said. But you have never heard Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mention Mazi Simon Ekpa's name from his mouth, showing you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knows very well that it is only Mazi Simon Ekpa that means well to him, including Delilah, including his brothers. All of them combined together, bunch of sellouts, including all the whole of Umuahia people, the whole of Umuahia, his kindred, all of them combined together. All of them. Do you hear them talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Some of them, they will gather some women, they will go to his house and be sweeping his house and be singing, release him, as if we were asking them to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and send him to that village. A man that was kidnapped in Kenya, a man that have detested Nigeria, a man that was not in Nigeria, a man that did not land in Nigeria. You are sweeping his house, expecting him to come back to that house. To do what? All of them are gay. We call it Lamba. But one man stood out and he keep telling them, the more you delay the releasing of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and organizing a peaceful, you see, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is paramount in every one of his programs, in every one of his agenda. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So when they come and tell you, hey, he doesn't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released, everything he's doing is against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You look at them. If you have your way, that if you have your way, any one of them stand on your face and say it, Vam give you the permission. Tell them I said you should do it. He told them, the more you delay the releasing of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and organizing a peaceful referendum for Biafra people, the more dangerous. Now tell me, is it not getting dangerous by the day? Is it not getting dangerous by the day? And up to tomorrow, where have you seen a man in this our 21st century with all the things that are happening in this world? He takes responsibility. He tell you, it is my Biafra Liberation Army that are doing the things that they are doing. Remove it from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. My own is that release him. He did nothing. Put it on me. Hey, Chineke mere mebere. Are you listening to me? Among all of them, have you seen anyone, even on the DOS, even on the Kanu Takanu, even on Emmanuel Kanu, even on the lawyers? Have you seen any of them take any burden of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on them? Only Mazi Simon Ekpa. He says, everything I'm doing is for you to release him. His hands are not on it. Okay, you say he formed ESN. Now, it is no longer ESN. It is Biafra Liberation Army. I founded it. Put it on me. Put the blame on me. Hello? I don't know if you are listening this morning. That is why this December, you know, when we talk, you know, we don't come out and start making noise and threatening people. We don't threaten people. I'm going to say this in Igbo language. Try and look for somebody to translate for you. Ibru, onye ọkaikpe, Ibru, a senator, ihe ọbụla eso ya ewuru. December December, Christmas. It's in Nasiba Christmas, na Biafra land. or in Abata Biafra land. Mama said Nnamdi Kanu can only be dungeon. A talk about Christmas. Is Zokuni, if a game Meggy. If a game Meggy Magawa, may see the looking in it. Or the Honor, or maybe anywhere before. I'm telling you. Jinji Geji. Gane Gwandesi Lulu. Okakwaro no ma. A bubble no. Una no reba. Mobro Namas and Nnamdi Kanu aputa. No puta. About Christmas also. Okano Radia. Or puta. Una putana Southeast, a bro governor, a bro senator, and a Siba Christmas. If I get mono, hey, somebody translate it to them. Tell them, every one of them, no senator, House of Rep, House of Assembly, go and meet the DOS on the ground, though. Stay there and do Christmas. For you people. Now, you see them every time they come out. We are looking for political solution. They will just go to the Senate and mention his name. Some useless pastors will go on their pulpit. I am seeking for political solution for Nnamdi Kanu. The senators will come. He will be talking to them and be saying, what you will do for me is to go and release Nnamdi Kanu. And the idiotic fulefus will tell them, we are doing everything possible. We will talk to Aso Rock. Aso Rock gadupusu nunilike. Na December. I'm telling you, you don't know that people are angry. 3 years now. 3 years. The only man that stands for Nnamdi Kanu every day, he has told them, the more you delay the releasing of Nnamdi Kanu and organizing a peaceful referendum for the Biafra people, the more dangerous the liberation will become. He is the PM. He puts the blame on him. I am the one that is doing it. Remove it from Nnamdi Kanu. His hands are not there. He's tied. In fact, I have told you people, I do not take orders from him from that dungeon. He doesn't tell me what to do from that dungeon. Everything I do is on me. Which of these fools, or those that claim is their brother, have ever taken upon themselves, I am the one that is doing this? And it is a civil disobedience that is known. I'm doing it. And put the blame on me. All of them are collecting Ghana Must Go, collecting money, looking for weekly donation, looking for Chineke ga unu loko. Chineke ga unu loko from A to Z. All of you. All of you. So tell them all this December, on the 15th, on the 16th, on the 17th, 18th, and 19th, everywhere, which you come, everywhere, which you come in Biafra land. And we ask them, why are we doing this? Number one, for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Have we not maintained it? Remember the word, consistency is the key. Consistency. There are no fear that Otoya put everywhere. Have you seen her since? Okay, she doesn't love Nnamdi Kanu anymore. Where? She doesn't love Nnamdi Kanu anymore. Madam Oyibo, you were there in the background. Where are you? You don't love Nnamdi Kanu anymore. Rabbit, Charles, no. Bunch of fools. Bunch of fools, evil people. Ekwensu. Ndị Ekwensu jiri kwara ngwa ọrụ. Chineke ga-akpọ m n'ụlọ ọkụ unu niile. Unu ncha. Maazị Simon Ekpa has stood his ground. That is why. Because of the passion and love I have for freedom and for my leader, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, said, I remain the self-acclaimed armor bearer of this prime minister. If I perish, I perish. If I die, I die. Whatever happens to me, let it happen. I stand with my prime minister. Because he's the only one that have stood against all odds for Maazị Nnamdi Kanu with sincerity, with honesty, with truth that cannot be compromised. Cannot be compromised. And so every other person making noise up and down, you see them, they make noise, they will go. They make noise, they will go. Some of them, even within our ranks, some of them, you see them come, hey, he's looking for money, hey, he's giving my money, he wants to scam all of you. He said this building is a Biafra government building. It's a lie. He didn't do it. Everything will come to pass and they will see, everything will still come clear. They will still shamelessly be you see, most of you eventually took up a reprobate mind, and you are all swerving on your way to hell, and you are shamelessly going down that drain. There's no coming back for you. But for those of us, the children of light, the land of the rising sun is calling us, beckoning on us. It's just a few days now. We started by counting the years as months, counting the months as weeks, counting the weeks as days. Any day now, we are going home. We are going home. We are going home. So it doesn't matter if our life goes for it. Many lives have gone before us. So what is there to be afraid of? You see some efulefus, 80 years old, 85 years old, almost 90. They're still patronizing Nigeria. They're still patronizing criminals. What are you looking for? What is your legacy? What will you be remembered for? A man younger than 40 years is standing and leading 80 million people to their freedom and maintaining the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And all you know how to do is to want to kick him down. And you are hitting the rocks, and yet you kick. Some of you are bleeding on your legs, and yet you are kicking. You keep nodding him, and yet all your heads are cracking. You see, you cannot even succeed, yet you are trying. Shame on all of you. My name is Raphael Chamaka Jere, a.k.a. Pastor Vam Vam Vam. I stand for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and we don't beg the court because we know that nothing works from there. Everything we have been doing on ground, on air, everywhere, has maintained the momentum and has kept Mazi Nnamdi Kanu relevant till tomorrow. Till tomorrow. Some of you have not seen him. You don't even ask, how is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu doing? Where is he? Is he even alive? We can't see him. No, you are not bothered. All you are going is underground political solution of people you know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu touched their tail. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got them provoked. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu opened the eyes of the whole world to see the evil going on in that contraction. Great Britain are angry. They are angry. The Western world, they are angry. They don't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu alive. We are the ones keeping him alive. And if you love him, you will stand with Mazi Simon Ekpa. The resources needed, you will support it to make sure we achieve our goal and our purpose. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be proud of us. The only thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has ever opened his mouth to say about Mazi Simon Ekpa is this. He told them it is forbidden. It is what? Forbidden to respond to Simon Ekpa no matter what. He forbade them because he knew what Simon Ekpa represents for his own good and for the good of Biafra. May God bless our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless our Prime Minister Odogwu Abatabie Mazi Simon Ekpa. I, Pastor Van Van Van, I stand with you. Gidigbam, gidigbam. We move together for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and for the freedom of Biafra. Until I see you again this afternoon, Umunnem Komesiano.
Biafrans all over the world, let us continue to support Eastern Security Network and Biafra Liberation Army. Every day they stand in the gap to defend us and only need our support to do the work they do. For the safety, security, and freedom of our communities. Let us do this together. Go to www.ipobinUSA.org/DONATE. Also go to www.biafrepublicgov.org/DONATE, where you can pay your liberation tax. We also accept donations on PayPal and Zelle. Just use the email address biafragov.org@gmail.com. For those in USA, we also accept donations or Cash App. at $BIAFRAGOV. Freedom is not free, and together, we restore it. Biafrans all over the world, let us continue to support Eastern Security Network and Biafra Liberation Army. Every day they stand in the gap to defend us and only need our support to do the work they do. For the safety, security, and freedom of our communities, let us do this together. Go to www.ipobinUSA.org/DONATE. Also go to www.biafrarepublicgov.org/DONATE, where you can pay your liberation tax. We also accept donations on PayPal and Zelle. Just use the email address biafragov.org@gmail.com. For those in USA, we also accept donations or Cash App at $BIAFRAGOV. Freedom is not free, and together, we restore it.
I am a product and a survival of children and the generation that were starved to death. And I am very, very angry. I'm very, very angry. Instead of that we cannot get this Biafra, I will turn to a beast. I will turn to a beast. I will become a beast. You see those children that you see, you count their ribs, and their stomach are big. You see their stomachs swelling up every day. We came from them. This generation of Biafra, we come from them. We come from their survivors. And you know, I will be a beast. I will be a beast for Biafra to come. It doesn't matter what you think about it, but I'm telling you now today that 20 pounds, we are the product, the end product of 20 pounds each. We are the end product of Kwashoko. We came from Kwashoko. Malnutrition, starvation, genocide. But our grandchildren, our grandfather, our fathers, they survived it. They survived it. I want you to document the video I'm doing because it will go down in history of humankind. How we are going to get this Biafra. Or at least, how we are going to disintegrate Nigeria. How we dissolve Nigeria will go into the history of mankind. And I will be part of it.
Have mercy on we, Biafra. Lord, give us a freedom. Have mercy on we, Biafra. And give us a freedom. Oh, Lord, have mercy on we, Biafra. And give us a freedom. Father, we need our leader. Prophet, we need our leader. We need our leader. Yeah, man. The evil and wicked British and Fulani Caliphate can't stop the sun from shining from the east of God. I saw Biafrans all over the globe. Are you feeling me, Ashanti? Why and I feel so from my location, you know. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots to Kokike. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to where Jehovah rules. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to Biafra city. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to where Jehovah rules. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to Biafra city. I got to tell you, we no fear wicked British, we no fear Britain, we no fear them Boko Haram, we no fear them, we no fear Fulani Caliphate, we no fear them, we no fear Mietiala, we no fear them, bandit kill, we no fear them, Janjaweed, we no fear them Al-Qaeda, we no fear Lucifer, we no fear you Satan, we no fear little demons, we no fear Leviathan, we no fear little junkies, little Janjaweed. Obasanjo and his entire generation died and was is our root. We are going home to where Jehovah roots. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Oh, Biafra nation is our root. We are going home to Biafra cities. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Oh, Biafra nation is our root. We are going home to where Jehovah roots. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Oh, God, Biafra nation is our root. We are going home to Biafra city. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. To Kokike. Biafra nation is our root. We are going home to where Jehovah roots. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Oh, Biafra nation is our root. We are going home to Biafra cities. Yerima Shatima, the Boko Haram Big Bill said, but in Lagos the Yorubas can be buying the law.